What if the very thing you were waiting for to take your next step, God has never asked you to have? We often tell ourselves, I'll start when I'm confident. I'll post when I know more. I'll begin when I stop doubting. But have you ever thought, what if confidence isn't the requirement? What if obedience is? Welcome back to Willing Not Perfect, a place where we encourage one willing heart at a time. If you a stay-at-home mommy that have the longing for more, my prayer is that today's conversation reminds you that God has not forgotten you. He's faithfully working in you, through you, and often in ways you cannot see yet. Today, I want to speak about something that I think that every woman wrestles with: waiting until she feels confident. Now, I used to think that everybody that was successful is more confident than me. I used to scroll on social media and think, she just has that confidence. She knows what she's doing. Ooh, I could never do that. But over time, I realized that confidence wasn't what got them started. It was showing up. I don't believe I ever had confidence, even as a mom and a wife. Every day I felt like I'm just all over the place, falling in and out of my day, doing my mommy duties and taking care of my family. I continuously worried. When someone walk in my house, will they think my house is clean enough? Is my food well seasoned? Does my husband think that I'm doing a good job raising my kids and taking care of my home? Even when I homeschooled my kids, I was constantly worried. Am I doing enough? Am I covering all the work? Are they going to be accepted in university someday? Is there something that I'm missing? I remember how I used to say out loud, I don't know what I'm doing, but Holy Spirit, I believe you are guiding me. Did I believe it? Well, let's just say I was speaking it into existence. I didn't wake up one day confident to start a YouTube channel. I didn't suddenly stop doubting myself. But one day, I just realized I'm stuck and I want to get out of this pit. And if I keep waiting to feel ready, it might never happen. So I just kept on saying yes anyway. You know, God really calls ready people. Look at Moses, Jeremiah, Esther, Gideon, Peter. Almost every person initially responded to some version of, I can't, I'm not enough, I'm too young, I'm scared, I'm unqualified. Yet God still used them. Why? Because willingness matters more than perfection. We often think that confidence comes first, but confidence is usually a result of obedience. Every little act of obedience creates evidence that God is faithful. I have learned that when I feel a strong nudge or something stirring up in my spirit, or what I think is just a random thought dropping in my mind, or when I'm drawn to something or someone, that is always God speaking to me, and I always say yes. Simply because God says I can do all things through Him that gives me strength. Now, don't get me wrong, I am not confident in saying yes, but I remember how stuck I felt when I said no. So I am choosing to say yes. Now I have learned without God's hand guiding me, I'm a mess. But obedience builds my confidence a little bit every day. Now my first video wasn't perfect. Neither was my second video or my third. But every week I become a little bit less afraid because God keeps on meeting me in my obedience. Now I felt like I have nothing to lose and everything to gain if I just listen to the nudge, to the stirring, to the random thought I think is just all of a sudden. Now the more I listened, the more God was showing me that He is guiding me in my obedience. Now the enemy doesn't always try to stop us. Sometimes he simply convinces us to wait. Wait until the kids are older, the house is cleaner, you lose weight, you have a better camera. Wait until you have more money, you have more followers. Wait until you know more. And eventually, waiting becomes a habit. And then years go by. Look at me. I waited 15 years and I used all the excuses in the book. Maybe today, God isn't asking you to build a whole business. He's just asking you to post one video, write one page, pray one prayer, send one email, take one course, open one notebook, encourage one person. Obedience often look much smaller than what we imagine. Now James 1:22 says, "Do not merely listen to the world and so deceive yourself. Do what it says." Faith isn't just believing. Faith is active. Faith is moving. Faith is responding before you see results. Now, if you've been waiting until you feel confident, maybe today God is asking you to simply just be willing. Because confidence grows after obedience, not before. Now, I would love to know, what is one thing God has been nudging you to do, but you have been putting it off because you are waiting to feel ready? Share it in the comments and let's encourage each other. Now, if today's video encouraged you, leave a comment. I would love to hear what's on your heart or what God has been teaching you in this season of your life. And if you haven't already, I would be so grateful if you subscribe and join our little community here at Willing Not Perfect. Now, every week we gather here and we encourage one willing heart at a time as we grow in faith, in purpose, and in confidence together. Don't forget to join me next time. And remember, here we don't have to be perfect, we just have to be willing.